What it do is Shobeezy, the Shoboat, and Quavo and Offset just reunited to celebrate Takeoff's birthday at the friends and family cookout that Quavo hosted, which I thought was dope because last year things had got a little sketchy when Offset was beefing with Cardi B and Offset brought Takeoff's name into it by saying, "Listen to your people. Take and the bros told me that." Then Takeoff's biological brother Lingo commented, "Take ain't told you nothing. Let my brother rest." So after that turmoil, seeing them all reunite at the cookout was refreshing because at the end of the day, Offset lost someone that he was close to like a brother too, and he's still grieving the loss of Takeoff just like them.
Nobody with me. I'm still by myself. Still by myself.
And honestly, fans want to see Quavo and Offset together like back in the day, especially after the loss of Takeoff. But then there's the whole rap thing where Quavo now rolls with his QC label mate Lil Baby, who actually had real street beef with Offset at one point, and Quavo also hangs with Young Thug, while Offset rolls with Gunna, who Young Thug is at odds with due to the whole messy YSL Rico situation. But you can hear Quavo lightly touch on that in his speech at the cookout, alluding to the fact that none of that is bigger than coming together to mourn Takeoff.
You know what I'm saying? To infinity. You dig? We gonna meet again. And we gathered today, you know what I'm saying, just cause we love each other, you know what I'm saying? We do it for the North and we here for each other, wrong or right, you know what I'm saying? And we all, no matter what it is, we always gonna get together for Take, you know what I'm saying? So it's bigger than us. It ain't about nobody out here but my brother, so happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And I wanna say
Happy birthday, Take.
1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Takeoff. Happy birthday to you. Come on, little rocket, man. Yeah. Come on, little rocket, man.
Overall, I do think both of them are doing a good job at keeping Takeoff's name alive on a large scale, like Quavo's Rocket Foundation nonprofit organization getting the attention of former Vice President Kamala Harris and being able to speak to her in Congress about Takeoff and advocating to stop gun violence.
What was the key to that, and what was it like also, a two-part question, going to the White House? Obviously you have a huge platform, you speak your mind, you use your resources, but we know that to get real change, it has to be policy driven. You've been able to do that with your partner Greg, but tell us a little bit about that journey as well.
It's a tough journey, you know what I'm saying? But if you're gonna do something about it, you got to start with the head. You got to start at the top. So and you can't go the opposite way. You can't go the street way. So I felt like being front line, the political way, and just trying to get like change and policies and stuff going there, I feel like it was a better approach, and I felt like we got a lot of stuff done and a lot of grants and stuff, but most importantly, like, I'm just here just being an instrument for my boy Tate.
I'm definitely inspired by what you're doing in the Rocket Foundation. A lot of y'all don't know that George Floyd was like a close friend of mine, and I was able to experience some things, and I was able to lead the biggest civil rights movement ever in history, with 18 countries in all 50 states protested at the same time for my friend. So what Quavo's doing is something that everybody should take serious, because you don't want to have to wait till you lose somebody to stand up and do what's right, right? So what Quavo's doing right now is big. It's bigger than music. It's bigger than anything he's ever done. because he's doing something that's bigger than him. So y'all pay attention to this, and not just what we saying, but look, watch all of his actions and what he's doing. It's bigger than what we talking.
Okay.
And even on a smaller scale, with gestures like Quavo's Takeoff inspired Monte Carlo and Offset covering his entire back with a Takeoff tattoo and his Takeoff ring.
I'm in that mode. Uh-oh. You know what that means? I'm about to back out. I'm in that mode. For sure.
It's that Mazda water right there.
The Mazda water. Happy birthday to me. Appreciate y'all boys. Something saying. It my hand on my mama. What about Rocket Man in there smacking too? Oh, this is so hard, my boy. Man, appreciate that, man. That's true. That's too hard. Rocket Man.
I got the shirt too.
Tell you.
Sweet Caroline.
So Quavo did sit down with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson at his Rocket Foundation event, where Quavo talks new music from Takeoff, a Migos documentary coming, and a lot more. So like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next video I drop. Now let's check that out.
Music, let's touch on a little music. Tell some of these kids out here growing up who inspired you musically.
Growing up, who inspired me was Hot Boys, Cash Money, of course. That was like the foundation, you know what I'm saying? Then once I got older, as like a teenager, I started rocking out the futuristic wave, you know what I'm saying? I was burnt out by the young LA, the J Moneys, you know what I'm saying? The Polo world. So we had came up with a group called Polo Club, you know what I'm saying, before the Migos. So that was mainly my inspiration. Of course, Gucci Man, Tip, Future. He was a little bit ahead of us, and we would just look at them like rock stars, and we got to get there.
Being that you from this era, you're from ATL, why do you think it's so important that you continue to be involved with the youth and start these youth programs?
Because it start with them, you know what I'm saying? I'm YRN, I'm a young rich, you know what I'm saying? So I got to give back to my guys, and it's important I give back to the youth, you know what I'm saying? I got my high school football team in here.
Which my cousin coaches. Bio.
I got Huncho Elite in here, some of them guys in here, all my 7-on-7 guys. And like shit, that sign, that Huncho sign, that came from Huncho Day. So it's important that I give back and just show them that, yeah, you can touch me, even though it get big, but we all come from nothing and we need each other.
But also talk to us about, I mean, we were talking about in the back, these programs that you're putting on, these youth programs in the football space, the basketball space, the community events, that shit takes it's a lot of hard work and it's tiring, and obviously they just see the star you and moving around. But tell us a little bit about what the process is of keeping these programs going and strong and getting kids opportunities. You're telling us you got kids going to college now. Your first group was 5 years ago, so your freshmen are now going to be freshmen in college. I mean, how proud does that make you, and what kind of work goes in behind that?
Man, super proud, but it take a lot of work. And like I said, this is my first time, so I ain't really know what I was doing. I was just doing what I love because I love the game, and I wish I had a big brother that can, you know what I'm saying, help me out with some cleats or some shoes or some jerseys or whatnot. And it started becoming like a whole thing. So I'm just like, let's do it. We gonna go Huncho Elite, but I gotta make sure I pay for everything, make sure I pay for their travel, their food, everything. Even they off the field problems and stuff like that. But I look at myself like, cause it was tough for me too. It was tough for me and mama. I kind of like missed the point when we moved to going to a situation we ain't had no, you know what I'm saying, enough for me to play. So I always just looked at that like, okay, I got to be here for these kids and do it for the youth, you know, do it for them.
Music, obviously heavy sports background, but music became center stage. Talk to us about you and Takeoff's early, just back and forth, musical passion, love, and how gifted he was, and how you said he just had one of them brains where he spoke everything into existence. He knew y'all was gonna be stars when you guys were teenagers.
Oh God, we was 14 years old. It's a crazy story, but I think he was about 14. I had to be like 15, what, 17? 17. I'm 17, yeah. Okay, I'm 3 years old, I'm tripping. All right, so then we get pulled over by the police, and the police asking him what he do. He said, I'm a rapper.
At 14, he's a rapper.
Years old. And they was joking about it, but he was dead serious. And that when I knew we was gonna be something, but at the same time, he used to be like, yeah, you can have that sports stuff. I'm gonna go to the booth and record. And he always knew songs left and right. You know what I'm saying? He always did everything in one take. That's how he got his name, Takeoff. You know what I'm saying? Like, we would do songs in one flow. Sometimes I mess up the whole song. He not messing up. He not skipping the beat. He walking. And I just think, like, he just the youngest and a sponge and a student of the game and know exactly what he wanted. He didn't have a plan B. He didn't play sports. And he barely went to school, but he knew how to rap. yeah, that's my boy Rocky.
He ran pro. Got something?
We was outside talking.
Stay in school, that's not good.
Yeah,
stay in school.
We was talking outside about business, and when we was talking about taking the guns down, and you was talking about you have to put something in the hands. You was talking about building a studio, showing them how to record. How important is it to say one thing, but also give them something else to be positive and to go forward?
Yeah, that's my dream. My dream goal is to like put community centers, the stuff that I had, like back then it was basketball and after school programs, but now I'm thinking like bigger, like game systems, streaming spots, places where people can learn how to make beats, places where people can play the piano, take piano lessons, just some extracurricular after school, So my goal is to start there. I do want to do the courts and stuff, but I think like kids got their route when it comes to sports. I think like activities and learning how to be, active in this world, in this new streaming world, and just doing classes like that. So that's my main goal right now that I want to do for the youth.
Obviously succeeded in music, but you've also been all over TV and in the movie screen. Where did your passion for acting come?
Just jacks of all trades, man. Just watching TV, looking at stuff and being like, yeah, I can do that. Seeing if I can do it, and then once I get into the field of it, I'll be like, okay, I want to do it. I don't never limit myself to nothing, to just being a rapper or just being a one sport athlete. I always try everything just so I can see what I really want to do. And it could be another career after you get done doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always keep my arms in everything.
Who are some of the bigger actors you got a chance to work with so far? And I'm gonna put you on the spot. What was your favorite project you worked on as far as acting?
I've been blessed to jump out there with the big guys. So I got John Travolta, Robert De Niro, John Malkovich, Queen Latifah. She was the first one who brought like emotion out of me. And it's so I would just learn on set and just wing it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I was blessed to be around them, and I'm just studying and being a student of the game.
You got a favorite project you worked on? I saw you on Norcos. I couldn't believe it. I was like, hold on.
Favorite project, I got to say, Praise This. It's my favorite one.
Yeah, you looked a little bit too natural on Narcos, bro.
Oh, Narcos was fire too. Narcos was great.
Huncho Weekend. Talk about it.
Huncho down.
What we doing?
Huncho down the north, you know what I'm saying? We bring all the kids, like I said, we bring all the kids from the town. We bring all the athletes, all my celebrity friends. We host a game. We either do flag football or basketball, depending on what the weather like. And we get shuttles. If you don't got a ride, we get you picked up. We got booths, scholarship grants, we give out checks, and we just have fun. And this year I just took a break because I've been mainly focused on the Rocket Summit and Rocket Foundation, but I promise next year we'll be back, and it's gonna be another energy, and we're gonna be back to ball and a half for fun.
All right, talk about the album that's coming out.
The album coming out this fall called Satchmo. and I'm ready for it.
You talked to us a little bit, and I asked, obviously, with all the stuff that is going on, mentally, you're in the right space right now. You feel like to really get out there and jump back into the music thing.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm always dropping hits every season. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't
Stay consistent.
Well, you know, I gotta stay consistent, and whether I'm down or not, I still got to feed my people and make sure I gotta lift somebody else up when they listen to my music. So I can't just be super owning myself and just being in a shell. But like, this the best I ever felt, and I feel like it's going back to like the essence. But I feel that power, and I feel the power of Take in the stew, and I can hear them coming through me out the songs, and it just feel like, and I got all the other stuff out the way, and I can see clear. Sometimes you got to get a lot of things out the way to, you know, to move forward and go to the place you need to be. Young guys, you know what I'm saying? Some of your homeboys and stuff like that, y'all got to figure stuff out. Sometimes you got to do it by yourself to go up through there. And then you ain't leaving them. You just gonna come back and get them and tell them this is how I was trying to do it if you didn't see the vision. So I feel like this vision is going into this Project Satchmo, and I'm on one.
Will we ever get to hear any, I know you guys got a gang of unreleased music, Migos music. Will we ever get to hear that? And would you ever consider doing a documentary?
The documentary is already shot. We got a lot of stuff, lot of footage. Culture 1, Culture 2, Culture 3. It's still stuff in the vault from the guys. You know, we just got to make sure it's right and do it. I ain't gonna let y'all down. We gonna drop it.
Yeah.
And Takeoff album is coming too.
Okay, when can we expect that?
Probably, I wanna do Take album probably next year on his birthday, around this time. So we'll have an album to ride to. Everything.
Yes, sir.
Is up
for the summer.
Yes, sir.
I want to talk to the youngsters that's here. I just want to give y'all a quick message while we're here. I know we talking to Quay, and you know we're here to honor the Rocket Foundation, but I want to give y'all just some advice, because I wouldn't be myself if I didn't. One, everything you need to be great, successful, is already in you, right? It's already in you. You don't need to look to social media. You don't need to look outside yourself or the mirror for somebody to tell you great for you to believe it. When you wake up every morning, you look in that mirror and tell yourself and believe you great. That's all the affirmation you need. When you looking for, through social media and everywhere, you looking for advice or positive stuff to look at, be careful of what you look at on the internet. Because everybody's not giving you positive advice. And everybody's not leading you the right way. So be careful with what you watch and what you believe and what you listen to. Because it's a lot of people out here we call the blind leading the blind. And it's a lot of people that don't want to see you ahead or see you better than them. So always believe in yourself and believe that the confidence you need to be great is already in you. And you don't need nobody outside that mirror to tell you great. Appreciate you.
Hopefully.
As you continue to push through for gun violence, do we see in maybe 10 years you doing the next 10 years more political work? Obviously you have a huge voice, a huge platform. When people like you put their heart and soul into projects like this, good things happen. With the success of this gun violence campaign and mission and foundation moving forward, can we expect more other projects in a similar space?
I'm just doing what God asked me to do. You know what I'm saying? He driving, I'm just riding. So, you know, I'm here to just complete the mission. Like I said, I just want to be connected and keep my antennas, you know, clear, so I can speak to my guy and just make sure what it is he wants me to do is just, you know, push forward. But it ain't in my control, and if it's on the desk and it's in front of me, I'm open and I'm ready to go do it.
Love it.